Okay. Let's see if that helped at all. I have no idea. Doesn't say there's any viewers. Don't want to go there. No. No. Oh, it's back. Okay. So while I'm waiting to see if this is still jankety and messed up, I'm gonna find some. I have no idea. I have no idea anymore. Nothing seems to be wanting to work. Nothing's syncing up, nothing's working right. I don't know. Can't go on there. Forgot. No viewers still. Great. Forgot I can't go to freaking YouTube. Actual YouTube. I can't do it on the app. No. This is very frustrating. Come on. Maybe. Just leave that on and running, and we'll go through this process. Okay. So that's working. Stream is continuing. Okay. Okay, so that's working. I have no one watching. Huh? No, hide chat, show chat. Come on. This is getting very strange. Go to options. Advanced settings. Let's see if something's in there. Okay. Okay, Nathaniel, do you see a chat? Live chat's enabled. Maybe I just have to let it sit for a while. I have one person watching. Who's watching? Nathaniel? Is that you? But I have no messages. Well, he got cut off. Or did you just... Oh wait, you probably went back to Instagram to message me. No. No? Huh. Who? Show me. View full analytics. So that I can actually get some extent of light onto my face. Well, Nathaniel, not exactly sure it only works for PC because a friend, I'll just call her a friend, it's simpler. Maria, she was doing it from her phone like I'm trying to do, and she had perfectly fine chat. But she apparently did something different than me. Maybe I just need to have this going. And then try, not on there, on the actual page. I don't want analytics. No. Flip it sideways. My eyes can't see it. Advanced settings. License and rights ownership. I don't know. Automatically make archive unlisted. When comments are turned on for your videos, you can use our tools to moderate. Turn comments on. Okay. Full desktop experience. What? Okay. So I need to go back to the house and try this. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave this live stream going and you guys can watch. Hey. Oh, there's chat. Hey, there's chat. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Hey, Maria. I actually figured it out somehow. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but no, I'm not using YouTube Live. I'm on a third-party app. Thanks. And apparently you're the only one watching right now, but meh. Thank you. I can actually see the chat now. I have no idea what I did, but apparently I did something right. For once. So I'm gonna see if I can't get my fridge up onto my bench how I'm wanting it. No? Okay, stuff's not working. I'm gonna have to block vision for a while. Okay. I can't comment until someone else comments. Well, Maria, if you're... Apparently it doesn't work. Yeah, it is working. I have no idea. As Dad would say, I'm talking out my butt. Door doesn't want to freaking close. So, Nathaniel, if you're watching, try and comment, because I want to see if it's working on your end as well. Maria, if you're wondering, Nathaniel is one of my friends from back in Illinois. He's been my best friend since kindergarten. And he and I kind of help each other out on YouTube all we can. And if the live stream cuts out for a minute, I'm trying to comment. I'm trying to message Nathaniel. Zelda Plays, is that you, Nathaniel? Give them some time to comment. Let's see if it's working. Hello, Zelda Plays. Nice to meet you too. Uh-oh, low power mode. Nice to meet you too. Zelda Plays. Is that, Nathaniel, is that your new name? I haven't been paying attention. Okay, never mind. I'm not. Oh, okay. I'm new to this whole live streaming thing. In case you haven't been able to tell. No, I was just putting the fridge up onto my workbench. Give me a second and I'll show you. I got a mini fridge. No, I didn't buy it. It came with the shop. I would say that's a pretty big score. Now, these battery tools we did not buy. Well, they did not come. They weren't here when we moved in. We brought them. DeWalt, great tool brand. Again, I'm new to this whole thing. I'm sorry. Sorry if I mess stuff up. I'm not used to this. The only problem with DeWalt is, for example, like this drill. You can see it's made out of a lot of steel, metal in general. And that makes it quite heavy, but it is very robust. He has a ton of DeWalt tools. I don't blame him. My dad, back when he owned a construction business back home, he bought an entire set of these DeWalt 18 volts. And one of his workmates, Chester, Nathaniel, you've probably seen him before. He came to school. He came to our New Hebron a few times. He's that black guy that works for Dad. Cool dude. Maria, if you've never met him but wonder about him. So now that I have the stream working, on to what I was actually planning on doing. Working on... No. the camera switcher isn't working very well. That is John Deere Zero Turn. It's been idling kind of rough, and from what I've been able to see, oil has been actually getting into the combustion chamber, so I've been figuring that out. Okay, I'm at 10% battery, so I'm gonna try and run back to the shop, get the spare charger. Well, I'll just take you guys with me, actually. And Maria, don't report me to the police because I'm about to drive underage. But it's just in the camp, don't worry. I'm too lazy to walk. Most beautiful truck you will ever see. Yes, I'm being sarcastic and stupid about that. I know, Maria, it's nice. And sorry if you can't hear me, my truck is not exactly quiet. Nathaniel, you know this from experience, because you have dealt with me before. I need to make this halfway quick. My phone's only at 10%. I don't blame you, Maria. I love it too. Maria, I'm not a mad scientist. Like I've said in your streams a few times, I'm just a kid that's had some life experience, and Nathaniel's actually the mad scientist between the two of us. Okay, so before my phone dies, I gotta... This is the other shop. This is the big main shop. Got where'd the charger go? Right where I thought. So Nathaniel, in case you haven't been reading the chat, Maria just asked if you've been I can speak English. Oh. One of my sons is a mad nerd and can make all kinds of things work. Well, that's good for him. Is that the older of the two boys of yours, Maria? Oh. Wrong way. So while we're at it, let's see if I can't do a quick cruise around camp. No, never mind. I changed my mind. You'll only get to see this part. Ah, that's who I thought. Your 16-year-old. I was gonna guess. Yes, Maria, camp is empty right now. It's rare that people are actually here. Get to pretty well do what I want most of the time. Just put that in my little jacket pocket. Sorry, I have to leave the stream for a few minutes. Okay, see you later, Nathaniel. But if you haven't left yet, Nathaniel, what are you having to leave for? Just dinner? Something? Downside of the new shop, I have no idea where an outlet is. Oh, well, I'll just unplug my stereo. And come on. Come on. Looks like it works. You have to flip that. Where are you again? Maria, do you mean me or Nathaniel? Because me, I'm in Indiana. And Nathaniel, he's in Illinois. Back my home state. Like I said, he was one of my best friends since kindergarten. Am I gonna have to run an outlet just to do this? Nah, I'll just run some extension cords. This is about to be some real podunk engineering just to get this to work. So do you people rent cabins separately, or does it have to be in groups? Well, most people around here that come to this camp, I gotta get myself in frame and now I'm too low. But most of the cabins that are here are actually personal cabins, which are owned by just normal people, and they can come whenever they want. They can come to this camp whenever they want. And, well, not right now, it's in the off season. So all the cabins are, the water's shut off, the electricity's shut off. But when groups come, oh, I just moved everything. When groups come, they can either rent out just one or two buildings, or they can rent out a few to accommodate to all the people that they have coming. I'm gonna need more extension cord. Great. I'm thinking I'll have to unplug the charger. Yeah. How much do the cabins go for? Do you mean cost to buy a cabin, or let me switch camera around. Do you mean cost to buy a cabin yourself, or to rent out one of the cabins that the campground actually owns? While I'm waiting for the transit in between, I'll let you comment. Right. Not good. Very not good. Okay, so I'm gonna flip that breaker off. No, I can't. That'll mean my phone dies. Okay, to rent a cabin, just a cabin, not any of the buildings or any of the rooms in the buildings, I have no idea because I don't deal with that. Sorry. I don't deal with the financial side. Yeah, I don't deal with the financial side, so I'm not 100% sure. But, you'd think with me having these oodles of experience dealing with this, I would know how to do this fairly easily, but... Yes, I just said oodles. There's my phone charging. No, it's charging. We good. Sweet. Okay. So I must have just blown the charger. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in a while. And off into the dark. Into the dark part of the shop where you can't see anything. And you need a flashlight just to be able to tell where a bolt is. Let's see if I can't sit yet. Something kind of sort of like that. And I'm not going to see much of the chat. Because I have the phone in the front-facing camera. I have it running off of the front camera, not the selfie camera. So I'll have to move you guys to check every once in a while. Or I could just take a peek behind there. Wow, you're out there. You are by Ohio. I was there last summer. Cool. But I'm actually on the other side of the state. I'm on the western part of Indiana. So I'm not actually anywhere near Ohio. Well, I can't really blame you all that much for not actually knowing the topography of Indiana. Of course, I'm not very good either. Hi, Nathaniel. No, Maria, you spelt it right the first time. Nathaniel, what'd you have to leave for? Dinner? Dinner? Food? Your dad telling you something? Telling you to go do something? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to see if I can't set you up on the Gravely. This is our one mower that hasn't gone to crap yet. Oh, it's great. Having all donations. All the stuff that's been donated. Yeah, that looks like you guys can halfway see what I'm doing. Nathaniel, what'd you have for dinner? I'm actually kind of curious since I know your mom's a good cook. Alright. Oh, I forgot. Push rod fell out. Great. I gotta take my hobo gloves off. Who would have thought winter in Indiana would be cold? I know, it's just a crazy concept. Looks like that push rod has too much play in it. I don't know. I haven't worked on John Deere's ever. It goes kind of like that. See if I can't put that back. No, work with me. There you go. Ugh. You see that? Nice, nasty. Grilled chicken marinated in Italian dressing. Wow, sounds pretty good. No thanks, Maria. I'll stick with the gloves I got. They're my shooting gloves, hobo gloves, or whatever you want to call them. They just got wore out. Fingers got worn out, and I just cut them off. So now, let me try and put these on one-handed. Since I call them my shooting gloves, I have these cut out, so it's easier to grab the back end of the bullet. A little bit of R&D in there. So I just looked at this bolt. I know it does. Whenever I go to his house, his mom always makes amazing food, especially her home-cooked pizza. Her pizza, top notch. And that bolt is nasty. Hey Nathaniel, do you have any idea of a good way to clean a bolt with literally nothing? Well, never mind. I keep a rag in my pocket. I always keep rags. Because you never know when you'll need them. Example, now. It was. When has your mom never made something delicious, Nathaniel? That's the real question. To heck with asking what your mom made. When was the last time she made something that wasn't edible? That's a sarcastic question. Never. Dang. I don't know if I have any cleaner. I don't think I have any taps either. I threw away the only wire brush I had. I'm still... That's genius how you cut out the fingers you will need. Well, thanks for giving me false appreciation. Well, a false sense of appreciation, but there were fairly big holes in the fingers anyway, so they were more of a hindrance to keep there. So it was actually a better idea to just cut them out. And that idea came afterwards to call them shooting gloves, because you kind of need your fingernails to pick up bullets that I use, because they're quite slick and have a little ridge on them for picking them up. So there's one. This is gonna be a while. So in case you are wondering, this is the bolt to the valve cover. I was looking at the valve in the valves a few days ago, and because it was burning oil, you should see the shoes he's wearing. He's almost barefoot, but he loves those things. Anyway, back to what I was saying. This has been leaking oil, so I took them off, I think a week or two ago, and left them just sitting on the floor there. You can see those are the other two. So I just left them sitting on the floor, and they got all nasty and grimy and blech. Just blech. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I seem to have lost the bolt. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Had a blonde moment. My hubby's the same way. You should see the shoes he's wearing. He's almost barefoot, but he loves those things. I understand with him wearing the same boots for a while. So how do you know what you're looking for, like what to fix? Well, that's actually the problem. I don't know what it's actually leaking from. I just assumed it was leaking from the valve covers, because how I was taught is check the simplest stuff first. And so I checked spark plugs, and there was oil on the spark plugs, so that means there was oil getting into the combustion chamber. And so, since that was a given at this point, since it was burning oil, I knew it was getting into the cylinders, but I didn't know how. So I took the valve cover off, and there was oil leaking around the little O-ring that seals the oil in there. So oil was actually leaking out and being burnt on the muffler. So not only was it burning oil outside of the cylinders, well, in the cylinders, but it was burning it outside as well. And I'm not actually allowed to fix it because we don't have the funds, nor was I given permission from the board to do so. My best guess as to why would be because they don't know. I've kind of had good luck fixing small engines like this, especially 2 cylinders with overhead valves, because that's all I've worked on so far. mower-wise. Now, if you want to get into actual automotive, that's a whole different beast in and of itself. Oh, it clicked. And Maria, yep, okay. So are you breaking the rules right now by messing with it? No, I am not. I am not allowed to fix it, but I am allowed to look and see what the problem is. And so, since I have looked actually into this engine and deduced that there's oil in the cylinders and there's oil leaking from pretty much every orifice on this engine I can think of, that it would be simpler to just send it to a shop and have them fix it than to have me fix it. That not only covers my butt from being responsible for if something goes wrong again, they can't blame me, and the shop, the place that fixes this, where's their little logo so I can show you? It doesn't have it on here. Not that I can tell. But it's a company in Terre Haute. They sell mowers, work on mowers. Our other mower, our other Gravely, it had an electrical issue and it grounded out. It grounded to, if I remember right, it grounded to the bottom of the seat, shorted out, and started a fire while my dad was mowing with it last season. Don't worry, he's fine, he's alive, he's well. He got it shut off in time before it even tried to actually burst into flames. Where is my ratchet wrench? I'm an idiot. So, my ratchet wrench, I was just looking for, right under me. Great. I know, I'm an absolute genius for that. Had another blonde moment. Yeah, that's turning the right way. See if I can't. They're freaking hosing away. There's this hose in the way of me getting. One more bolt. There's one bolt left. And it's being blocked by a hose. Life of working on small engines. Or any engine for that matter. Oh, it's great. But it's fun. Gives me a little challenge. So Nathaniel, how is your truck been coming? Oh, I got a little. Your little GMC. And Maria, GMC is not a mower. It is in fact a truck. I'm assuming you don't already know basic companies and their offsprings. Oh, I needed that actually. Okay. No, I didn't. I needed that, not that. Okay. So in my ramblings, General Motors. Yes, General Motors. They make Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillacs, Mercurys, and GMCs. And Nathaniel has a truck by the same company that makes mine, GM, but his is a GMC and mine's a Chevrolet. Truck is running and very well. Got a new battery. What did it need a new battery for? Was it just bad? Did it just have a bad battery? Or was there just because? The only thing I don't like about this place, there are people coming in and out all the time. And they don't think to check in with us and be like, hey, I'm not like a serial killer trying to rob you guys, because we have had stuff disappear already. We've only been here a little over a month. It's not cool. We have already had stuff disappear, and there have been plenty of people that just come in, and not just in the day. It's also during the evenings, like right around now when it's starting to get dark. Because from what it looks like outside, it's right around 7. No, it's about 8. I don't know. I don't really keep track of time much. Don't call me a liar. Not anymore, I don't keep much track of time. I just trust that my phone's right. Because in the basement, we have no source of light, so I have no idea if it's 3 a.m. or noon when I wake up. So I have to trust that my phone's right. And it has yet to let me down, thankfully. Oh, there's that one. Alright. It has yet to let me down. So I gotta give Apple credit for that. And Nathaniel, I have a quick question. Since I'm coming down to Lawrenceville tomorrow to get my license, do you want me to try and stop by your place and drop off the Wii games and Wii stuff of mine that you wanted? Oh yeah, that's my left glove. And yes, Maria, my birthday is tomorrow, and for my birthday, we're going down to Lawrenceville. And I'm actually surprised you remembered in one of your last streams. Hey, there's someone else on here. A whole 3 viewers. Heck yeah. I'll take it. I probably ought to put that charger back on. Sure, if it's not too much trouble. Well, Nathaniel, we're hooking up. We have the red truck hooked up to the flatbed with a bunch of logs with a bunch of poplar logs sitting on it. And we're taking it to one of Ron's friends. Ron, Dad's friend. He helps an old guy that owns an old winery called White Owl. Your parents may have memories of it. Your parents may have memories of it, but now it's just shut down. And the guy that owns it, Kenny, cool dude. I would hang out with that guy any day of the week, no matter the situation. Oh, plug in. Work, please. So excited that you get to hang out. Well, Maria, I'm not 100% sure. The third guy watching is your dad, just so you know. Oh, cool. Well, it looks like he left. And sorry I didn't know. But now I do. And it seems that I've broken the charger. And it wasn't ours. Well, let's just see if this battery halfway charged. Charged just enough. to maybe start the old caretaker's mower. So I'm going to put it back into selfie mode. Set it up there. Yeah, that probably sounds real good. Really? Screwdriver just fell down. Thankfully, it's not like the engine bay of a truck, where if you drop it and it doesn't hit the ground, you're screwed. But thankfully, it was just my screwdriver. And I got like a dozen of them over there on my toolbox. But I got it back. Didn't fall too far down. There's that. Well, that's nice to know, Nathaniel, that more than likely the third person watching is your dad. There may be a possibility that I'll have to jump start John's mower with our mower. My mower. My mower? Our mower? I don't know. About the Wii items, sure, if not too much trouble, you could stop by. Oh yeah, I went on a little rant about White Owl and all that. Well, the plan actually is, when we go down, we're bringing a load of logs down to a guy called Kenny, one of our friends. He runs a sawmill. We're bringing them down to him, so we'll have a trailer on. If and I can convince my parents to let me drive my truck, I could just pair up with Mom or Dad going down there, and then on the way back, I might be able to drop them off, but I don't know. We'll see. More than likely, I'm not going to be able to because we're taking the Ford with a load of logs, and it'll be more hassle because your driveway is not exactly trailer friendly. So, oh, I forgot, drain was there. Alright, that one's tight. Well, Maria, since you said you would like to see some mechanicking, when I mentioned it in your live stream a few days ago, here you go. This is 99%. Well, obviously not, but you get the point of what mechanicking actually is. Just fixing small little things. Like this old John Deere. It wouldn't start, wouldn't do anything, and it just has a dead battery to my knowledge. So we're gonna see if that's the problem. We're gonna see if that's actually the problem. And I just let the battery sit on the charger that I accidentally blew up. Oops. Don't tell my dad, please. That I accidentally sparked and arced. Had all sorts of fun with it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Getting the bolt. I'm just trying to get the bolt threaded on. It's not very easy. Not very fun. I do not like working on John Deere's, but it's what we got. Alright, so if this worked, this is going to be very loud because it's a tractor, technically. Tractor. If it worked, awesome. If not, well, sorry, John. I tried. Shrieking noises. I know, they're great. Okay, assuming this is like ours, I'm gonna have to have RPM all the way up there. choked. Oh. You open. Yeah, stay open. Ooh, that sounds like a bad fart. That sounds like a bad fart. Ooh. I'm joking. Let's see, so cool. Well, that's not good. So I had the battery sitting charging for a while, and, well, fixed one of the problems of nothing turning on and working. That was one of the problems with this thing. Nothing would turn on, nothing would work. So I just set the battery on the charger for a little while, and now I can at least get the starter to turn. But if you didn't hear that, it sounded like the starter was kind of screwed. So I gotta go pee real quick, and then I'll dive back into it. I don't think I'm gonna pause the live stream. Okay, I gotta go real quick. Gotta go pee. Can't hold it much more. Much better. Uh-oh, more comments. Sorry I wasn't paying attention. Where did he go? Hello and happy 16th birthday tomorrow. P. Hi, Beverly Farm. I would like to ask how you know it was my birthday tomorrow? Or is the live stream just that far behind? And Nathaniel, as Maria said, I went to go pee. Sorry, but I've been having a lot to drink today. Mostly this Pure Leaf sweet tea. Good stuff. Get it from IGA just up the road. It's another great thing about this place. IGA's up the road. Town is no more than a mile away. Tasty. A little bird told me. Well, alright. That's a pretty dang good answer. But seriously, I would like to know, were you in the live stream? Were you in the live stream that I told Maria that? Or were you just being a creep like I am? Like I do, and just watching her live streams for no apparent reason. And for you, oh, I say your name's actually Tim. In case you don't know, this John Deere, it's the old caretaker's little mower, and it doesn't work. So I just plugged the battery on the charger for a while, accidentally blew up the charger. Yeah, good job, numbskull. But I got the starter to work. I'm no creep. It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke, Tim. I'm not actually calling you a creep. It's just messing with you. Well, actually, let's see. This is gonna take a while. Okay. Let's see, is that turning over? Okay. Tim is a really good friend of yours. Oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up, Maria. Because I wasn't actually that massively concerned, but it's kind of weird when a random stranger knows your birthday. Well, I guess I did say it in this live stream. So, I don't know. I didn't suspect you did actually care, Tim. I'm assuming that's your name from your YouTube tagger thing. Again, I don't know. Since your name says you're a farmer, Mr. Beverly, do you know how to get a starter off of a John Deere L111? Because if so, that'd be an immense help. This is my first time ever dealing with a mower like this, and I have no clue. I'm gonna see if I can't set this up on John Deere, on our John Deere. Can't. That's not much of a good place. Again, great. Oh well. Oh well, I'll just do that when I don't have to deal with a phone. Come on. My fridge just shut off for no reason. I don't like it. It's haunted! Oh. Who would have thought throttle cables would be a good phone holder? I have stuff in here I don't remember having. Soldering iron. Hubs for a random truck. A random 8-lug Chevy. Why not? Don't need to keep in there. And this place doesn't have much room either. Great. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to create room. Anyone? Oh, cool. Well, I don't follow Maria on Facebook, so I don't know. I didn't know, wouldn't know, couldn't know that she was live streaming. That's pretty neat, though. Watching a live stream while you're doing a live stream yourself. Yeah, I can do it like that. Oh, just gotta put it in the right way. I know that, Maria. Yes, I'm actually an arrogant little turd in real life. Little a-hole, as my parents call me. Well, not really. But, quick question, Maria. How can you be in my live stream and also be having a live stream of your own? Sorry I paused there. Thanks for the tip, Tim. Heh, tip, Tim. I so funny. Okay, so change of plan since Tim actually helped me immensely. Thank you very much. I'll try and take the cover off of this John Deere engine and see if I can't get to the starter. And I have yet to figure out a place to put you guys. Telling my friends about you. Hey! Big thanks, Maria. Get some other people around here, Joles, because she's cool like that. Well, you ain't wrong, Tim. From the 2 or 3 live streams and however many videos I've watched of hers, she does seem pretty cool, doesn't she? Come on. It don't want to move, so it's just going to stay right there. No, I don't have enough crap here to try and be in my way. Move the toolbox back over. And hit your cabinet in the process. Nice going, numbskull. No. So, I'll just set those there. Happy early birthday. His and her homestead. Thanks. Aaron Joles, ask her why she has the TCK in her name. Okay. Well, Marie, in case you haven't read the comments, Tim Beverly of Beverly Farms asked why you have the TCK in your name. In your not Facebook, YouTube name. I'll just use an adjustable for that. It'll be simpler. Did you say you needed help with a starter on a tractor? Well, I asked Tim about it. It's actually, give me a second. Technically, it's not a tractor. It's a mower, lawn tractor, whatever you want to call them. But now time to explain this story for the, third, fourth time? This is the old caretaker's mower. The guy that lived here previously, and he couldn't get it started, so I just put the battery on charger, and the charger arced, blew up, did something, I don't know, doesn't work anymore. So I took it off, put it back in there. Now the starter turns, but it doesn't turn over the motor. So I'm trying to figure that out. And as Tim Beverly said, I need to take the cover, the engine cover, off to get to the starter. So I'll just take his advice, see if I can't get there. And I'm just going to set you guys up on my toolbox so that you can at least get a good view of the back of my head while I'm doing this. Try and set you to where you can actually... Hey, that'll work. Okay. Alright, here's one broke free. I'll try and check the comments every once in a while, just to make sure that I didn't miss a whole lot. Hubby says take the starter off. Oh, well, I have to get to the starter first, and again, I asked Tim how to get to the starter since it says he's a farmer in his name there. I assumed he would probably know, so I'll just take his advice. He said to check and see if the gear spins up. I had that same problem on an old mower of mine that I inherited from my grandpa, bless his heart, died some 10 years ago. Cool dude, love trains. Tim called me the concrete kid on a live stream, and I just loved it. And Tim, he's a big blessing from God to many in the homesteading YouTube community. Oh, TCK, the concrete kid. Okay. That makes sense now. Thanks for the clarification, Maria. I'm going to get back to trying to fix this little piece of junk, John Deere. Never liked him. Never have. And I don't foresee ever liking them. Anyway. And yes, I'm using a tiny spanner wrench. Spanner, as you call it, over in British, the continental part of the world, not us imperial types. I may be saying that wrong, I'm not sure. But it seems that I'm riding over the bolt with a set of tiny adjustable wrenches. Oh Lord, this is gonna be quite the night. So I'm just been using this little adjustable wrench and it doesn't work very well. And it looks like I need the drawer that you guys are laying on. And there's not one in there that I can... Nope, never mind. There's one. Nice and rusty, too. Perfect. Excuse me. Nice and rusty. Oh, you don't want to. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Dude, why am I having so many burps? I have a whole 4 viewers. Wow, it's more than I've ever had. Well, considering this is my first decent length live stream, not saying much, but still, 4 viewers. Thank you, guys. Hubby said to try a metric wrench. That's probably what it needs. Well, as much as I would like to dig through my box of about 130 wrenches, let me show you real quick. I inherited this toolbox from my grandpa, and he wasn't exactly... this is a different grandpa that gave me this. He gave me this toolbox back some 8 years ago, and it's just got an ungodly amount of tools. The wrench bin, all sorts of what I believe is 3/8, 1/2 inch. I don't think I have any 3/4, but hubby said to try a metric wrench. Okay, I'll just be looking for a metric. Any idea what size? Because it seemed oddly reminiscent of a 10 millimeter. So I think I'm just going to grab the 10 mil that I was using to work on that John Deere. I'll just grab the 10 mil I was using from there and see if that isn't close or works. Big thanks to your hubby, because it is 10 mil. And I only have... Ow! I just kicked my toolbox. That's what he was going to tell you, probably a 10 or 13. Well, I was using a 10 millimeter on the zero-turn John Deere, that's actually the Camps. And it just happened to be the right size, so I'm going to try that one. Wherever I seem to put it. It's on the engine. Cool. Okay. Oh, that's a little tight. A little tighter than I like. Oh well, that's how we like it. Good and tight. Like the German Virgin. And screwdriver. I gotta do my little mountain of adapter. Oh, that is good for your headphone users. I don't think any of y'all are using headphones. Ooh. That's no work. It doesn't work. Okay, time to check comments again. Okay, no new comments. Okay, it's all about I need to see. Oh yeah, put them there. Wrong way. You gotta turn it to the left. To the left, to the left. Where did I put the air cleaner? Where did I put the air cleaner? Air cleaner, right there. Yes, I'm talking to myself. I do quite a bit of mumbling, as my dad has told me. Now, how am I going to get to you? I'll just take the adapters off. Oh, tight squeeze. Tight squeeze. Can't quite fit it. Great. Where are you out of? I live in Indiana, in this little town called Clay City. If you know anything about the topography of Indiana, we're probably 30 minutes south, I'm not 100% sure, of Terre Haute. Terre Haute, Indiana. It's what I would consider a big city. I cannot read the comments from here, so that's why I have to keep walking around and look. But considering I just got the bolts on this side done, I can just hop over to the other side with no problem. I do it all the time, especially when I'm working on something. Too far to help you. I've been to Indy. Oh. Well, that's not a problem. If y'all don't want to help, don't want to come down and help, that's fine, because I like working by myself in my shop. This little crap hole of a shop. Well, it's not much of a crap hole compared to what other people have. But point is, I usually like working alone in here. I usually have music playing, but I'm fairly certain I would get copyright law restriction things. Even if I said, hey, this isn't my music, this is some dude from Tennessee, this is Johnny Cash, obviously, because I can sing like Johnny Cash. I've been to Indy, but we can answer questions. Well, thanks for the offer. I like to know that there are people that on here that are willing to help me. But sadly are too far away to actually help. But so since you asked me his and hers homestead, since you asked me where I was based out of, I would like to ask you with the same question. Where are you guys from? Oh, tried slipping. Oh, you guys can't see me. Great. Well, one-handed mode. We're going freestyle. So, Mr. Tim, I'm assuming that you're his and hers homestead. I'm assuming you're her husband. Well, if you're still on here. Because Nathaniel, you're probably gone. Your Wi-Fi probably got shut off, if I remember how your dad is. In Nebraska, little 300 population town. Wow, that's even smaller than us. Because I went from a town back in Illinois before we moved, because we just moved here about a month ago, from a little town in Illinois called Lawrenceville. It was some 600 people? I don't remember. Nope, still here. Cool. So there's only 3. Oh, I don't know. No. My name is Jesse. Oh, well, hi, Jesse. Tim. Yeah. Wow. How do you pronounce that name? Schyler? Schuyler? Skyler? I don't know. My name is Jesse. Okay, I'll just say Jesse from now on. It'll be simpler for me to remember. Looks like I actually need my adapto-flapto screwdriver, wherever I put it, right up there. I never understood why YouTubers had so much trouble with their stuff going one-handed. Skyler is how it's pronounced. Okay, thank you. That clears up a lot of stuff for me. Oh. Yeah, that's good. More of my stuff. I was live on Facebook telling my friends about your project. What project do I have? This is just stuff I'm doing. No real project, just me screwing around in my shop. My homesteader's friends are my superheroes. I don't think you could count this as a homestead, technically. I gotta set you down for a minute. This is getting kind of frustrating to try and figure out. Can you guys just sit in the airbox? Maybe? The John Deere thingy. From the Fredericksburg, Virginia area. I live on part of the plantation here where Stonewall Jackson died. Wow. So you're actually in a fairly big part of where history happened. A lot of history happened. Oh, it's always the last bolt that doesn't want to come off. But thankfully, I broke it free. This, no, work with me. One last bolt right there. I'm trying to get my phone to focus on it. There. You can kind of see it. Oh, man. Nathaniel, what time is it? Because this app won't let me check. It won't let me check what time it is without going out of the app. I'm assuming Nathaniel's still on. Nathaniel and Maria, you two are the only ones that I can think of that are still on. Put the bolts over there. And okay. I'm gonna have to set you guys down somewhere again. I gotta use some prying force to get this cover off. Okay. Yeah, you guys can kind of see it. Yes, and the round thing where the bolt is behind your fuel pump. Okay. I have no idea what you were talking about because I've been kind of off in my own land, talking to myself. Okay, that's kind of free. Round thing's my fuel pump. Okay. Well, I'll just take this out as well. That would be why. Tiny little 1/4-inch screw holding this whole thing on. 8:43 your time. Thanks, Nathaniel. Knew there was a reason I kept you around for this long. I'm joking, I do actually like you. I forgot about this one bolt. Well, at least I haven't broken anything yet. Tim and his and hers homesteading are my homesteading familia. I learned so much from them, I want to grow up to be like them. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Maria. But considering you're technically grown up, unlike me, my brain just went blank. I had to think about what I needed. Oh yeah, screwdriver. That'll work. But Maria, you're technically grown up. That makes no sense. I said technically. Let's see. Will it come off now? Yes, but I need to get those off. Great. I love having to go back for tools 20 different times just to get this one little piece off. And yes, my voice just went. I blame puberty. It sucks. You will never grow up. Does anyone really ever grow up? That feels about right. 8mm. My hubby said if you could FaceTime with him, he'd show you what to do. Thanks for the offer, but I don't really know how to FaceTime while keeping the live stream going. That would require me putting my phone number out there to people I don't really know all that well and trust all that much. Nothing against you. I just don't know you guys. I am sure you're wonderful people. This is what happens when you try and play mechanic in your shop and do a live stream. You start slipping. Well, cloth gloves don't exactly help either. Not my fault my shop's not heated. If you're live streaming, you cannot. I know. I like his honesty. If he were my kid, I'd be so proud. Aw, thanks, Maria. No problem. His and hers, you're the sweetest people ever. From my little experience dealing with them, I would have to agree with you, Maria. A little tight. Little tight. Little tight. Oh no, like actual bolts, not just nuts sitting there. Maria is a stalker. Well, assuming I didn't already know that, thanks for the information, but considering I did, too late. Hubby is asking if you can take the camera closer so he can see what you're doing. Oh. One of my friends just messaged me. I'll shoo that away. It's fine. Did your battery charger go bad? No, I was unplugging the extension cord, and from what it seems like, well, it's a fairly old battery charger from this camp, and nothing in this camp is really well taken care of, so from my little experience with electronics, it short-circuited, arced on the metal housing, and just sparked. And you said to bring the camera closer so your husband could see what I'm doing. So, I tried getting this shroud off, and it looked like it was hitting on this fan, on this little fan cover. So, I'm trying to take it off now. So, if that satisfies his question, cool. I'll try and set it up to where it can... Well, that's going to be an ugly sight. Oops. I gotta switch these over. Hold camera with one hand, put socket on the little screwdriver with the other. While my jacket's getting caught on the sprayer. I'm an active boy. So many things going on at once. Live streaming, taking screws out, getting my jacket caught. It's great. Basically, yes, my battery charger did go bad. You need to have a junk sale. Tim, I don't disagree, but with how this camp is run, I can't. Don't have the permission to do that. I'm going to go back into selfie mode to try and explain this. Well, none of this machinery here is technically ours to get rid of. Weird. My battery light just went off. I'm going to have to check something real quick. Oh, my charger came unplugged. Okay, I got another problem on my hands. Okay, so that isn't getting power. give me a second, Mr. Tim, and I will answer your question. My phone charger unplugged itself. Seems to have unplugged itself. Did the circuit breaker just go bad? Yep, trip breaker. Okay, we'll see if that worked. So apparently I just tripped a breaker with my phone. No. Yes, got it back. Okay, breaker trip, my phone charger went off. So back to your question, Tim. I don't disagree that we do need to have a junk sale, but like I said, most of this crap here is not ours to get rid of. It's technically the camp's, and we don't have that sort of jurisdiction. Both my dad and I agree that we need to get rid of everything and go to one brand. And considering we have one brand of mower, we're having a Kubota 72-inch. As Dad says, it's a monolith for a mower. Supposedly, we're going to get that here in a few months. He suggested getting rid of both of the Graveleys and the zero-turn John Deere. Sorry, my nose is running. Like I said, it's cold in here, my shop's not heated, and I'm sitting on concrete floor. But none of the machinery here is ours to get rid of, so we can't have a junk sale. Back to playing around with this thing, with this shroud. Thank you, Tim. Your suggestion worked. Take that off. Got it. Set that on the seat. And let's see if the starter... I'm probably going to have to get the jumper cables from my truck and jump from my mower to this mower. I don't know. Maybe go from John Deere to John Deere. Yeah, I think I'm just going to grab one of the sets of jumper cables from my truck and bring it over. So, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the truck. And I gotta grab my flashlight. Because it's dark out. I'll be right back. I know, I shook the whole freaking building doing that. Any comments? Sweet. Okay, now time to figure out my rat's nest of jumper cables. Because I have multiple sets. You can never have too many of these. You never know when you're gonna need to jump a mower, jump your truck, use them as extension cords. Yes, I have done that. No, never do it. Do that. How am I gonna do this? Because you don't reach. Oh, maybe. Get you over there. Okay. Ooh, a new comment. Thank you for being here, Tim, Jess, and Skylar. He's a good kid and worth the effort. Aw. Thanks, Maria. FYI, the battery charger should have a fuse or a shunt trip breaker inside of it. Well, since the breaker tripped a while ago and my phone stopped charging, I'll see if it actually works again. No, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. So, again, considering it's not mine, and with how this camp runs, I don't have permission to fix anything. But this mower is not the camp's. This mower isn't the camp's, so I can fix it. But anything that is the camp's, I have to get permission to fix. And with this charger that you guys are resting against, being the camp's, I don't have permission to fix it. But I can try and delve into it and figure out what went wrong. Oh, let's see. This is going to be an interesting setup. Okay. Let's see if I can blow myself to bits. I'm being sarcastic. I'd rather not die today. Get all the crap that I sit on the seat off. Tim, I'm going to need you to stay on here. You're my in-place mechanic. Actual mechanic for today. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Okay, okay. That is not good. Okay, that means starter's hoofa-juked. What type of camp are you at? Well, I didn't read who commented that, so let me just get a quick peek. Mr. Tim, okay. Well, this camp is a church camp that is denomination-based. The battery is not low because I had it hooked up to a charger and I had it hooked up to a perfectly fine battery over there. I'm not trying to contradict you. Well, I guess I am, but not. I'm fairly confident that the battery wasn't low. The starter wasn't starting. But Tim, the camp that I'm at it's a church camp that is denomination based. Technically, it's only for the Free Methodist denomination. Masami, weren't you at Maria's live stream a few days yesterday? My voice just cracked. Day before yesterday. But hi, Masami. And Tim, this is a denomination-based camp for the Free Methodist church denomination. We're all over the world, but technically this camp is only for the Illinois and Indiana part of the United States for this. Because we're technically the Wabash Park camp, so we only cover the Wabash River area, which includes Illinois and Indiana. And West Virginia, I flipped you guys off by accident. Purpose, accident, whatever. I didn't mean to do it. But West Virginia is in there because they didn't have any denomination would accept them, so we took them in. And so people from West Virginia Free Methodist churches, Indiana and Illinois Free Methodist churches I just lost my train of thought. West Virginia, Illinois, and Indiana Free Methodist churches can come here and own cabins. There are cabins here that normal people like you and I can own. They can own cabins, but other church denominations, anyone period, can rent, not cabins, can rent cabins, the lodge, the Wesleyan, places like that. The Wesleyan, the lodge, the Bethany Hall, the dining hall, and the pavilion are all camp buildings. So anyone can rent those out. Outside of the denomination, they don't even have to go to a church. But if they have like an event they needed to rent a place for, then they can rent something here. Basically, we're just a church camp. I'm rambling. My dad says I have a bad problem with that. You made me lose my train of thought as to what I was doing. Thanks, Tim. And hi, Masami. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I determined the starter was hoopa-jooped. So I'm done with that. That's about all John needs to know. John, he was the old caretaker. This is his mower. That's why I can work on it and not get yelled at. Wow, that is a shriekingly, horrifyingly horrible noise. Okay, so put this on first. Put it on the right way, you dummy. I gotta get this right. Gotta get this right. Oh, what's not going on? Gotta have it on the right way, dummy. Oh, maybe. Oh, stuff's getting out of alignment. Hope you get some great deals at Sam's Club. Who went to Sam's Club? Did you go to Sam's Club without me? How dare you? Oh. Sam went to Sam's Club. Masami, do you own Sam's Club? If so, can you give me some deals? Because we have to go there a lot. I'm joking. So, I know at least Masami wasn't here. Oh yeah, that wasn't 8-1. Since Masami wasn't here when I was taking this mower apart, I'll explain this. This mower wasn't working, didn't have anything working at all. So, I seem to have lost my 10mm socket. That's a shocker. But it wasn't working at all. So I plugged the battery in to a charger, and I got that part working. I got the battery working, running. Battery's fine. And I lost my 10mm socket. It sucks. But I got the battery working and turned it over a few times, wouldn't start. And so I asked for suggestions, and Tim Beverly, bless his soul, told me to take the cover off and look at the starter. And the starter isn't spinning. And since this isn't my mower to fix, it is not a massive concern to me. It was just something for me to do for now. And I'll just halfway screw this back on, put an adjustable on it, torque it down. Okay. We had to get snacks. I don't blame you, Masami. I'm sorry, that's just force of habit to read the little names. Excuse you, Maria. How dare you fart? I thought women didn't fart, they floofed. They only floof. He who smelt it, dealt it. He who smelt it, he dealt it. Again, your friend Aaron, he's stupid. Can't find his 10mm socket when it's laying on the floor. And just so you know, I'm adopting you all as my cousins now. Yes, including you, Nathaniel. If you're even still on here. I don't really care all that much. And I know you don't really care. Nathaniel didn't really care because he's pretty well my cousin anyway. But all y'all that are on here right now, you're technically my cousins. I seem to like you enough that I'll claim you. I'll claim you as family. Heck, I like you more than some of my actual family. And no, Maria, I did not tell you about any of the family that I do not like. Hence, Why, you don't know? I don't like them. We tend to just leave that side of the family alone. Most of the time. My youngest daughter is 17. We cousins. Still here. Thanks, Nathaniel. I'm surprised you've stayed this long. Your youngest daughter is 17. Cool. I don't know why you felt like commenting that. But, okay. Free world, you can comment as you wish. Just no real stupid spam comments, please. Hey Maria, we need to get FVM in here to act as a moderator. Or is he not up? Or is he not online right now? I think I heard someone go by. I don't know. I have that too in my family, so don't worry, Aaron. Weird, he calls me Masami because only the government and my mother calls me by that name. And everyone else calls me Sam. I don't care for either the government or my mother. Oh, how could you not care for your mother? She's dealt with you for 18 years or more. She birthed you. Because we're cousins with a 15-year-old Aaron, that's why, silly. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Well, Sam, I guess I'll just call you Sam from now on. That I don't blame you for not really liking the government. I'm not a big fan of them either, but unfortunately, we have to listen to them because laws and junk. Gotta love them. But thankfully, I'm still technically a kid and haven't had to deal with too much actual government stupidity so far. I'm glad for that. I'll just stay here or work on mowers. I'd much rather be doing this than dealing with government. Well, that didn't work. My socket's too long. Gotta grab a cord. I tried putting it in the wrong way. What are you working on now? I am still working on the John Deere. I'm just putting it back together now because I got done figuring out what was wrong and that's all I needed to do. So I'm just gonna put it back together, and when John comes back to pick it up, I'll tell him that the starter, I couldn't get it to spin and engage on the little fan that has the gear teeth, that mesh. But basically, I'm putting the John Deere back together that your husband and you helped me figure out how to get apart. So, uh-oh. Bolts flying everywhere. And nothing wants to line up right. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Screwing in bolts. Screwing in bolts. It's almost as entertaining as the Green Mile. Walking a mile, walking a mile, walking the Green Mile. Hooking me up to old Sparky. Like the French fried Cajun Delacroix. And his little pet mouse, Mr. Jingles. You get extra bonus points if you know what movie that's from. I worked for the government for 27 years. Retired fire investigator. Now I deliver auto parts and work on the farm. That's quite a change from working for the government to working in the automotive industry. Well, kinda. With you being a fire investigator, you probably dealt with a few vehicles that caught on fire for no apparent reason. Oh, they fried Cajun and Delacroix. Edouard Delacroix. And Mr. Jingles going to Mouseville. And Mr. John Coffee, like to drink, only spelt different. He tried to take it back, but he couldn't. I need to go for now. Later, people. See you later, Tim. Oh, my goodness. Seriously, I'll give you bonus points if you can tell me what movie I was quoting. Edouard Delacroix. Turned out to be the French fried Cajun. And Wild Bill. And Mr. John Coffee. Like to drink. Only spelt different. Well, that's not a direct quote. Not very good at quoting movies right now. Kind of focusing on putting screws back in. Green Mile. Heck yeah, who did that? His and Hers Homestead. Props to you for actually knowing. Going. Props to you for knowing. So what should I work on next? Because I got, in theory, an unlimited amount of time out here. I got my phone on the charger. I got some tea. And I don't really have to be home for dinner because I had dinner before I came out here. So what should I work on next? Because nothing is really messed up to the point. Oh, never mind. I got a box full of old tools from home that I need to unpack. Great job, His and Hers. You get bonus points. You got bonus points. Yes, bonus points that mean nothing. Story of my life. Do something for a reward that means nothing. And I seem to have misplaced my socket again. Well, you'll work. So I'm thinking, do you got anything for me to try and talk about that maybe Maria and you could kind of nerd out over? Well, you don't really know her all that well. You've only just met her in this live stream. And that was back when it was still daylight out. My voice is getting a little hoarse. I need some tea. Where'd that other screw go? It's right there. Okay. I gotta get supper on the table. It's always awesome to hang out with you, Buncoat. Thanks. See you later, Maria. I'm kind of curious as to what Mr. His and Hers Homestead and Maria are talking about now. Puppies are bigger? Ooh, puppies. I got a puppy. Well, he's 3 years old, so not really. Ooh. So His and Hers, you're having puppies. He's in early labor. Oh, sorry. I saw the comment first, so I felt like reading it. Sorry to spoil the surprise. I have a tendency to do that. For example, my whole family went out to dinner because my sister came up for the first time in a while. And her wedding is in October. And on Facebook, we were talking about getting a cheese fountain and a chocolate fountain, and we never really conveyed it to my dad. We went to dinner, and she brought up the cheese fountain. And I said, I thought we were getting both chocolate and cheese fountain. I was getting to that. My sister just said I was getting to that. Way to ruin it. So, I ruined the possibility of getting a chocolate or a cheese fountain. It's great. Can we get food? Already had puppies. Sassy is a goat. Ah, my mistake. Yes, I cannot wait. Actually, about headed out. When she's in labor, I'll go live. Okay. His and hers. Can you try and message me somehow? Tell me as to when you'll go live for the baby's coming, because I'm actually kind of curious to see that. I don't know why. I just kind of am. Goat love. I didn't know you were from Saudi Arabia. Yes, that's kind of a racial joke. Like I said, I'm not exactly the most clean language person. Yeah, if you subscribe and hit the bell, I'll send you notifications. Okay. I guess that's a good way to get a subscriber. I'll try and remember to do that after I get done here. Because I have yet to decide. I'll either try and find something else to do out here, or I'll go in and just start live streaming. I might just put that box of tools up. Yeah. I'll have to make room, though. Huh? Yep. I'll be unloading tools, so Aaron, subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll get the notification. That's how I find out friends are live. Huh. I guess that's a good reason, because that's how I knew when you went live the other day. Day before yesterday. Yeah. I got a notification while I was in the shower. I'm going to head out to the goat pen. I'll leave the live stream up and going. See you later, his and hers. That's weird. I forgot your guys' names. I'm not very good with names, so sorry. But I'll be putting up tools. I'll try and aim the camera halfway close to it. I better get going. Love you. Can't wait to see Sassy again. Thanks for showing up to Cousin Aaron. Bye for now. See you, Maria. I'll either see you on your next live stream or next time I have a live stream, since I figured this out finally. I'll make sure to try and keep everything how it is. Everything how it is setting-wise. Well, yeah, you guys can kind of see. Jesse and Skylar. Jesse gonna go to goats. Shylar will be watching. Bye, Maria. Okay, so Skylar, I'm assuming your husband, Jesse, is wife in that relationship. I probably shouldn't be asking that, considering I'm 15. Sorry for the camera tilt. That's just the only way I could get it to sit and halfway face to where I'll be working for right now. And I gotta remember where all these went. I also happen to have mild memory loss at times. So, as you can imagine, that can be problematic when you have to be a mechanic for other people's stuff. Skylar is my husband. My full name is Jessica, but I hate it. Okay, I'll just call you Jesse. So Skylar, okay, I got it. About all I need to know. Skylar's your husband, and you're Jesse. That. Brain fart. Okay, got all those tools put up. Time to move you near the door. Move you over to the door. Now you guys get to see into my secret, my super secret cabinet. Where's my little wooden horse? I need that. I need to find my wooden horse. No, that is not my horse. I need my horse. That is not my horse. That is not my horse. This is my horse. Yay. I still have my wooden horse. My ugly wooden horse. But it is still This is a work in progress. So Nathaniel, if you're watching, Lynn and I worked out an agreement that I would make her a little wooden horse. And this is the closest that I've gotten. That kind of hit at a bad time when we moved. Because I started this and I'm on about the 5th or 6th different iteration of it. Because I kept messing up, breaking something while I was using softwoods. So I was probably being a little too harsh on it. Electrical Engineering Pocket Handbook. Valley Electric 3-phase motor data. And again, an electrical engineering book from my grandpa. Cool dude, if you ever knew him. I doubt any of you did, because you're not from around here, but hearing some of his stories, it wouldn't surprise me. He's gone to Alabama, gone to Alaska. He's gone just about everywhere. I think it was Arkansas he went. Ooh, a new comment. Like a little kid. Ooh, something new! Have to go, waiting for more live streams from you in the future. Oh, thanks, Sam. I'll maybe do another one next Monday sometime. I have no idea. I'll go live whenever I feel like it. I have no consistency, in case you haven't read the channel description of mine. So it even states I have no consistency for uploading. I have no real goals for this channel. As kids on the internet call it, I've been shitposting. Ooh, tools I don't remember. These are always good days. Oh. That's precision stuff. That goes in top bin. That is precision tooling. You freaking take care of your precision tools. Okay. Ain't that right, Nathaniel? If you're still on here, since there's only one viewer, I would assume it's you, Nathaniel. Let's see if I can't. Settings. Nope. So who's the one person still on here? I'm kind of curious, because you're kind of only person that has felt like staying this long. Oh, there's my box. Like I said, I have memory loss at sometimes. Precision router, I don't have that. Custom hammer. This is an invaluable tool. The hammer. This has built the freaking world. That'll go in top bin. Old planers. These are always Bonnies. These are a Bonnie, a beauty, and a joy forever. Oh my goodness. Oh, so Nathaniel, you're the only one still here. Wow. Well, I guess that kind of figures you're the only person that halfway has known me for a while. That's known me for longer than a month or a week. Number 6. I wonder if this is a Stanley number 6 plane. Ooh, it's getting pitted on the bottom. Can you kind of see that? It's getting some pitting and rusting. Not these grooves. These grooves are intentional. But you can kind of see differences in the machined part. That's starting to pit and rust. Well, not really rust. It's just pitting. Like it was forged or something. Ooh. Here's a cool little thing into the history of the tool. See this little brass part? That means someone had it. It was cracked. I can even see it on the inside. It was cracked, and someone brazed it with a TIG torch. They didn't weld it, they brazed it. Huh. So that means this has been broken before. And it looks like, yeah, there's a second one here. And this one has a chip taken out. Right there. And this one does actually have rusting on the bottom. Right in there. Here's another plane. Ooh, this is a Stanley Bailey. Number 5. And I doubt you know anything about these, Nathaniel. But I'm nerding out on these. Yeah, these ones are nice and rusted. These were, I think, my Grandpa Ozzy's old planes. Old hand planes. Wow, that needs fixed. That's gonna bother me. And I'm kind of planning on restoring these 3. Since they're the 3 in there. I kind of plan on restoring them at some point or another. Just because I have nothing better to do with my life, as you know. You got it. Ooh, you may not fit. Ooh, these are kind of long. But Nathaniel, since you're watching, and if you ever come up, you'll know where my tools are. Or you'll at least have an idea of where they are. Woodline USA recommended maximum speed chart for router bits. Yeah, I'll need them. I'll need that for something. Nope, I know nothing about them. I didn't think you did. But I'm just kind of talking to myself at this point, just thinking out loud, and you just happen to be here to halfway put your input on stuff if you feel like it. Hey, this is an old little plane that I had a while back. There's no real markings on it, it's just a little Chinese thing. It sat in my vise for so long, and I don't know if you can see that, but right in there, it's got checking and marking and rust patterns from where the vise sat on it. Even on the other side. I know, interesting. Very interesting getting to see your friend nerd out about his old tools. Plastics, I don't know. What looks to be parts for a router table. More probable tooling. Dude, I ain't got a freaking clue. Ooh. Military slide rule. It's backwards in my camera. It's military slide rule. Came in this cool leather case. Speaking of leather, Nathaniel, you know my Mora knife, my Swedish knife? I am redoing the handle on it with hickory that was grown here on the camp that we just cut down recently. Hickory tree that we cut down recently. And I was wondering if you could make a leather sheath for it at some point or another. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you do, that'd be awesome. Huh. It's a 2-sided socket. Can you see in there? There's a little square drive, but you can see there's a hex pattern around it. And it's like that on the other side too. And it's 2 different measurements, 13/16 and 3/4. That's kind of cool. Ooh, old plumb bobs. Well, one. Old plumb bob, because plumb bob. It looks like this unscrews, and it does. My curiosity is getting the better of me. Dang it, it's not mercury filled. It's not filled with mercury. Not filled with toxic heavy metals. What the heck? They just don't make them like they used to. And yes, there are actually tools, plumb bobs, that, sure, I could try to make one. Well, thanks. When I get the handle done, because it's just sitting. I have the hickory down in the basement drying, but I have yet to actually do anything with the handle material. I just have the knife. The knife's sitting as a blank right now, so there isn't a handle on it. I cut it off, so I don't know how to fix it to the point where it could use the old sheath. So I have no idea what to do with these. Sorry, I'm rambling, but I just need to kind of talk for no apparent reason. I would need the measurements. Well, at some point, whenever I get the knife done, I'll just bring it to you, and the blade will be wrapped in tape with a cardboard sleeve over it, and you can just mold it around that. Because I rarely use the knife, because I have so many knives that I can just use a different one at some point while you're doing that. And so basically I'll just get the knife done, get a handle on it, and I'll bring it to you whenever I remember. I'll just get it to you whenever I think about it. Does that sound good? Just get it to you whenever I can. Whenever I can. Sorry, I keep zoning out. I'm very tired. Been up since 2. It's great. No, I don't know why. No, I don't care why. But that happens, and it sucks royally. Well, now that that's done, I think I'm gonna end the live stream, Nathaniel. I'd say that was a pretty successful first stream. Don't you think? I think aside from trying to get the comments to work, I don't know what to do with this junky old fan from home. Just throw it out? What do you think? It don't fit. It don't shut. The hell? The hell, Bobby? Oh, that's not mine. That's John's. That needs to go there. I need the measurements. Hey, I need your feedback, Nathaniel. It may just be the streams being slow, and that is very likely, because this town's not exactly known for blazing fast internet. That's most small towns aren't. That'll work. Sweet. Okay. Well, Nathaniel, we can talk on Instagram later. I'm gonna end the live stream so I can get stuff put up, changed around. Get stuff moved to the point where I can get out. Because, as you can see, that's my door and my toolbox. I had to move it so I could get into this cabinet. Well, see you later. I'll talk to you on Instagram about whatever I was just talking about. Again, I've gotten temporary memory loss. I'll think about it later. Bye.